Matters in the marriage. Let's talk about it. Matters in the marriage. Let's talk about it. By Dr. Christiana Akede. Let's talk about it. By Dr. Christiana Akede. Let's talk about it. Matters in the marriage. Let's talk about it. Matters in the marriage. Let's talk about it.
All right, give us a few minutes. Let's quickly share. Want to implore you to please share this broadcast on your Facebook. Share it, share to your friends. Invite your friends and family to come join us. We're going to be discussing a very, very interesting topic today. So please take a minute to share. It matters in marriage time. Yes. Share. Invite your friends to join us. We're going to be discussing something very, very important. We're discussing a very, very important topic. Today is going to be very interesting, heart-to-heart, matters in marriage. Please invite your friends to join us. Share on your Instagram page. Share it. Invite your friends to join us. Invite us. We really need your input. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear your questions. So please feel free to share. This episode is very, very important. Share. Take a minute to share. Invite somebody to join this broadcast. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting today. So share this link. Please forward to friends and family. Invite them to come and join us. Yes. It's going to be great. I myself am trying to share. I'm trying to share to friends. So share. Please share. Invite somebody to join. Help us to grow this, to broadcast this very, very important podcast. Is very, very good for families. It's good. Because when family is healthy, when marriage is good, the society will be good. The society will be, thriving. So welcome to this episode of Matters in Marriage. Yes. Wherever you are joining, it's a pleasure to be on your various devices. Today is going to be very, very interesting. We have a very strong topic that we're going to be discussing. So when I was very young, as I was, growing up, and I started, I work at the Epes Bank in my country. And my work mom, you know how we used to have work mom? I was very young. So this lady took me as her daughter. And one of the first advice she gave to me was that never trust a man. That was her advice to me. She always tells me, hey, don't trust any man. Don't trust any man. So even when I started dating my husband, that keeps ringing in the back of my head. Don't trust any man. So today we're going to be discussing trust in relationship. Trust. We're going to be talking about heart-to-heart trust in relationship, trust in marriage. Like I always say, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is something that God puts together. But remember that everything that God did, the enemy do so many things to undo it, to make it miserable, to make it frustrating. So today we're going to be talking about trusting in marriage. And with me to discuss today, it's my better half, my friend, my husband, he's my pastor, and also he's my financial bank account. Yes, he bears all these titles. So welcome to Matters in Marriage, Pastor Thomas Akede. It's my pleasure to have you today.
You're a great lover.
I'm a great lover. Okay, thank you. That is so true. Yeah, so I know we've come a long way. So thank you for joining today to discuss this crucial topic, trust in relationship. Trust. Trust, very, very important in relationship. Trust is defined as having a firm belief, a strong belief in someone or in something. Trust. If you can see that we're both wearing something that has blue in it, it's because blue is a symbol of trust. It's a color for trust, right? One of the many things I discovered as I was, researching on this topic. And that's why many organizations, for example, they will have blue as part of their color for their organization. People that understand what that means says you can trust our product. I know, and now looking back, in all the organizations that I have ever worked, has an element of blue in it. So it's a communication to customer to actually say, trust my product. Trust what I am going to offer you. So trust in marriage is everything. In the banking sector, for example, before you put your deposit in any bank these days, you want to find out if that bank is backed up by the Federal Deposit Guarantee Trust. Because you don't want to miss your savings. You don't want to lose your savings. So you find out that we all want to trust in whatever we are doing, right?
Right.
So, for example, if you go to the store and you purchase a toothpaste, you trust that when you open that toothpaste, you're going to actually find in it a paste that you are paying for. Once you open that paste and the paste on the inside is not what you are looking for, what happened? Your trust for that organization, your trust for that product diminish. You don't trust them anymore. So in talking about trust, what does trust mean in a marriage relationship? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Trust in a marriage relationship is reliability.
Reliability.
Yeah. Relying on your partner. That your partner will not let you down.
Yes. Yes.
Then relying on your partner as a team.
Oh, yeah.
So that is what trust is. Because if you have a team with a team effort, you'll be able to accomplish much.
Yes. Yes.
Trust.
Thank you. So trust is ability to rely on the other, knowing that that person got you. It got your back.
Yeah.
Relying on what that person is saying, either through action or through verbal. That what this person is saying is what? Number one, is the truth. Trust is, the foundation of trust is truth. That this person is truthful. That whatever this person is communicating to me, either verbally or non-verbally, is the truth. Number two, foundation for trust is reliability, like you said. And that reliability is a consistent reliability. You can depend on what this person says in the morning, in the evening, and in the afternoon, that what this person is saying is actually the truth, and you can rely on it. One other thing that jumped out at me is trust must be strong. That as we are committing ourselves to this journey, that down the road, you're not going to let me down. It must be strong enough to carry the marriage. It must be strong enough to sustain the marriage, because in every relationship, there's going to be moments of ups and downs. There's going to be moments of understanding and misunderstanding. But once trust is there, and this trust is strong enough, you can depend, that you can be rest assured that as you travel down the road, this person is not going to let you down. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, it is a fair statement, because trust is the foundation of any relationship, just as love is the bedrock of a marriage.
So is trust and marriage, are they the same thing? Or let me rephrase it. Can you be in a marriage relationship with all the love without trust, or with all the trust without love?
Okay, let's look at it this way.
Yes.
Marriage, trust, and love. For a marriage to be solidified, you need love, and you need trust. Okay, the two goes hand in hand. They are both sought for the sweetness of a marriage. Both make marriage complete. Both make marriage efficient. Both make marriage flavored. Now, when there is no trust in a relationship, love has a K-leg.
Oops.
Because you cannot do without trust and love. They work hand in hand. I don't want us to jump the gun now.
Okay.
Because when there is no trust, the love is questionable.
So one of the other aspect of trust is security. So we say love and trust go hand in hand. So both kind of secure the relationship. It puts a boundary that I love you, you love me. You are not going out there to love somebody else. I trust you, you trust me. You are not going to betray my trust. You're not going to let me down. So where there is love and where there is trust, the marriage is secured.
It's like a glue.
Trust is like a glue that binds the relationship together.
Yeah. When you have a glue, what do they call it? This gorilla glue. You put the gorilla glue in your hand, and you stay there for a while. Yeah. You have to go for surgery.
Surgery to take it out.
So that is how love and trust is into marriage.
In marriage.
Yeah. It helps to keep them together, not to separate them. So that's why you need trust in a relationship as much as you need love in a relationship.
Thank you. Please don't forget to share this broadcast. Also, we'll be entertaining your questions towards the end of this broadcast. So send us your questions and please do share this broadcast. All right. So love and trust is like that strong instrument that stabilizes a marriage relationship. One other thing that jumped out at me is the fact that trust is a matter of the heart. It's a matter of the heart. Just as love is a matter of the heart. But because it's a matter of the heart, it becomes difficult to detect, because it's not written on anybody's forehead what is in the heart, right?
Right.
It's not like there's a mirror. It's not like there's something that says this is what you are thinking in your heart. I can read it right there. There is nothing like that, because trust is a matter of the heart, just as love is a matter of the heart. Then it becomes an issue. It becomes an issue to know if the trust is as strong as it's supposed to be, or if the love is strong as it's supposed to be. We live, sad to say, we live in a society where trusting partners, trusting each other in a relationship has become a challenge. Reason being, there is nothing is on the forehead that is telling us what is on the inside. So trust and genuine trust becomes an issue in relationship. We've had stories of people who are actually in a relationship, in a marriage relationship. And at the end of the day, they discovered that it was all a sham, it was all a lie, it was all a deceit. All a lie and all a deceit. Where there is lie and deception in a relationship, that relationship cannot grow. It cannot grow. Because what you have is a relationship that will be void of devoid of love, genuine love. And it's a breathing ground for suspicion, where every move will be suspected. So we also want to talk about this is what came out to me. Some people, the moment they are walking out of the altar, the marriage vows that they communicate with each other at the altar, immediately they leave the altar, they forget about it. They do 360 degrees different from what they pledge to one another. So this afternoon, we want to just give you some things to look out for in a person or in your marriage relationship that will help you to say, okay, maybe something is missing. We also want to share how can we grow trust and love if both partners are willing to work out the relationship that they are in. So let me start with you. What is the number one thing that undermines trust in a relationship?
Okay. Because trust is transparency.
Yes.
So, one of what would undermine trust is lie.
The number one thing is
lying.
Lying.
When you start lying, you are no more transparent. That is, there is an underlay factor. And when you lie, you have to build on your lie. So that your lie will not be exposed. Because the moment your lie is exposed, you break down the trust. Because trust is transparency. So don't lie.
So lying. What is lying? Lying is presenting a false statement or a false action to your spouse. You know what you are saying is not the truth, but you want your partner or your spouse to receive it as the truth, you are lying. And where there is lie, it brings distance, it brings separation, it brings disconnection, emotional disconnection in that relationship. Presenting a false statement. You know for sure. Okay, for example, the other day I was sharing with a colleague and she was sharing with me. Because we work in the finance sector, there was a certain man. This man, we understood from the way this man was running the transaction of the finance of his paycheck. We found out that this man was entitled to bonus, right? So, whenever bonus time is coming, he will go into into his bank. You know how the salary is being paid to the bank. When bonus time is coming, he will separate the actual salary will go to the regular bank account. His bonus will go to a separate bank account. And then when the bonus season is off, he takes off that allocation that goes into his other separate bank account. I'm perceiving that he's hiding something from whosoever is entitled to see the transaction in the other bank account. Some people lie with finances. Some lie even in the area of sexual relationship. They keep some lady somewhere and then they are married to another person. There's a story that always amuses me. That this guy was married in a state, have children and wife and everything. When this man passed away, then a set of other children came up and said, he's also our dad. And these kids were grown up. So that means this person was living a double life. This person was keeping two homes, one here, one there. But I perceive that the legal wife did not even sense anything. Or maybe she sensed it and she just didn't care. I don't know. But what happened at the end of the day was there was a fight between the children. Because the new children said, no, we want to bury our dad in a certain place. And the other set of kids says, no, we want to bury our dad in a certain place. So that man's corpse remained in the mortuary for 7 years for them to figure out where to bury this man. So lying will destroy not only your today. Lying can impact your relationship on the long run. Lying is one of those things that will undermine trust in your relationship. If you are going somewhere or if you are doing something, okay. Another thing that will undermine trust in relationship is keeping secrets. This one is big now. Keeping secrets.
Trust in marriage is very deep.
Yes.
It's not a topic we can exhaust even in an hour or in a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's deep. Because in a marriage relationship, in couples, there are some factors, even before you get married, there are some things that one or both parties did not even share with their partner.
Absolutely.
It's so deep and heavy because one or the other might feel this will not allow this relationship to foster better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they kept it.
Yes. Yeah, that's
so
true.
In the act of keeping this, Now, how can I divulge this to my partner as time goes on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and by the time you now summon the courage, because deep in your heart, if you loved your partner, it will be eating you up. That there is something you are keeping from her or you are keeping from him.
Okay.
So it's going to be a bridge in the love and the commitment you have for one another.
If you are lying.
If you are lying. Actually, you never intend to lie. Are you seeing it? You never intend to lie.
I don't agree with you.
Hold on now. Hold on now. You may not agree.
Yes.
But because of the circumstances,
Okay.
because of your knowledge, your understanding about marriage, you kept it. It's not something that could cause trouble. But by the time you now decide to come, open communication, look, do you know I didn't tell you this? Now, if you are because of the temperament of some people, say, why did you keep this from me but never saw the whole picture? So when we are going to a marriage relationship, we must be going to see the picture first before we get into it. So when we enter into the marriage relationship, everything should be an open communication.
Open book. Yes.
Yeah. But it's deeper than that. Trust me. Because this institution we call marriage, you don't graduate. It's like the building of a school remain as every student keep coming into it. So, trust and lie.
Don't go
They are
together.
enemies.
Yes.
Yeah, we call it the enemy of progressive institution, which is called marriage. The enemy of progressive institution. For your marriage to progress and your love to progress, because it's a continuous affair, to progress, trust should always be the bedrock. Open up. Open up. And at the same time, you have to study your partner. You have to know the right time to divulge an information that will not break or separate your relation, your marriage.
Okay.
That's why I said it's deep.
So I had another story because, I like to read all kind of stuff. So this guy was dating this lady and he had the intention to go to medical school. So while they were dating, he told her that I'm going to be a medical doctor. And they proceeded with their relationship. Only that he failed his exam to the medical school. When he failed, he did not tell her that he failed the exam. He proceeded to lie upon lie and say, "Oh, I'm in my what is it called? Residency." This guy was not in any residency program for 4 years. So it was lie upon lie upon lie upon lie. And then just like you say, you have to know when to divulge the information. I don't know the platform for which he eventually came out and said, "Hey, honey, I have been lying to you. I did not pass my exam and I did not go into any residency program. Right now, I'm going to, pivot to something else." And that was the end of the marriage. The lady was like, if you can keep such a secret, because you did mention something that there are some information that is probably before the relationship, before the marriage, and that sometimes people keep it until after the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring this up is this. Though I say it's deep, okay? Is that when you know the right time to divulge an information, you divulge it. Don't wait for 4 years. Don't wait even for 1 week. All right? See, when you are in a relationship with a lady or a man,
Yes.
you must study that individual. Okay? Now, from your heart, the moment you start your journey with that person, make sure you build it on a true foundation.
Absolutely. Thank
Okay?
you.
And that partner, man or woman, can see the real picture that this person is honest with me.
Absolutely.
Okay. Be transparent, open book. This person can read in between you. You can read in between the person.
Yeah.
Although there are pathological liars. But the bedrock of your relationship matters also.
Yes.
Maybe in Christendom, not because you go to church, but because you have Christ in your life. Okay? Now, because you have people that you have been a mentor to you. Maybe you have seen your father, your mother, your brother, your uncle, that they are so honest. You love the way they move, the way between the man and the woman, how they are transparent to one another. And when you come into a relationship, you have, this is how, picture how you want your marriage to be. Now, there is something you are keeping, you can't say, because you are afraid to say it. There are people, they are afraid, they don't want to lose this woman, they don't want to lose this man. So when they come together, maybe a day after the honeymoon, because if you say it, you spoil the honeymoon. So immediately after the honeymoon,
that is deception.
No, it's not deception.
How do you go into a relationship and go to honeymoon
no.
when you know
Let
you
me
have a
tell you.
secret or you have something that you know
This
is going
not
to destroy
a
the marriage?
It's not going to destroy the marriage because it's not a
It
secret.
depends on the gravity of what the matter is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, we still on the same page.
Yeah.
Soon as long as it's not something that is dying, all right? It's not a matter that will kill you or kill the relationship. Say, I did something. I want you to know what I did in the past. I didn't
if somebody is a criminal in the past,
No.
why would the
I'm not
person
talking about criminality.
We are talking about everything cultural.
Okay,
Everything that
okay.
yeah. If this person is a criminal who has been convicted in the past, why will I go to marriage only for the person to tell me at the honeymoon that no?
Hold on.
That is marriage built on false information.
If you are a criminal, all right, people that surrounds you will know. Number one, people will find a way to whisper it to the lady or to the man. But because sometimes love appears to be blind, you may say, I don't care about it. But because you even love the man, even if you hear those information, you don't care about it. Because that was his past. That was then. Now it's a different life. Now, when you are able now to summon the call, look, say, I don't want to keep this from you. When I was telling you all about me, there's something I forgot to tell you.
That is not forgotten.
Let me tell
Because
you.
we said lying is a deliberate presentation of a false statement as true. So there's no forgetting.
So to make sure you will rely on me. See, that's your reliability come now. Now I have to make sure I come clean before this journey really starts.
Exactly.
So okay, I say, this is what I did. This is what I did. This is why I did it. But from now, I'm no more that person.
Absolutely.
But because this I didn't tell you, because you may hear it. Because something you don't want nobody to hear, make sure you come clean. Because it will come out one day.
Marriage is intended to be a lifelong journey.
Yes.
So the better to be honest at the beginning. It's better for you to start on a false foundation, because when the reality comes out, it can damage the person. That's why we have broken hearts. That's why we have so many people whose heart has been broken, because some people try to present a false information as true. That is lying. Trust cannot fester in an area, in a life, in a heart, in a foundation that is faulty. Lies. Yes.
Okay. You know, when a man and a woman meet, sometimes it can be hard that you forget some things because the fantasy is so much. They're so carried away, and you can see the genuine love in both of them. But sometimes you forgot to say some things. You have to make sure you come clean completely.
Okay.
That is what I mean. You have to come clean completely.
especially any information that you know will jeopardize your relationship, you gotta be upfront with it. You gotta be upfront with it.
Transparent.
You cannot lie. Look, there was a story. I read a lot of things and a lot of stuff. A lady was married many from across the ocean. This is an Indian story from across the ocean. The lady told this guy here in the United States of America, "Oh, I'm coming to marry you." The man bought the ticket, did everything, and the lady got to the airport and transferred to another airline to another state. And this guy at the airport where he was waiting to receive this lady came with a whole bunch of friends, with flowers, with everything to receive her. After waiting for hours and hours and hours in Canada, for the bride to come in, he said, "Where is he? Where is she?" He went to the counter and asked, "Flight so and so." They said, "Yes, that flight came out." Say, "Oh, I'm looking for this passenger." So and so, "Oh yeah, that passenger came down, but she already boarded another flight to another country." Meaning, while she was dating or whatever, communicating, she was lying all along. So, relationship, for marriage to work, you cannot lie. You cannot lie. You yourself don't like to be lied to, so don't lie to somebody else. Don't. We're talking about trust in a marriage relationship. And let me quickly say something also. Sometimes, some things that we don't understand, we tend to call it a lie. Sometimes, when we are not in the other person's shoe to understand what really happened, it may appear to be a lie. So this calls for empathy. This calls for understanding. This calls for you putting yourself in the shoes of the other person, provided this person is ready to work on the relationship. Number 2 things that undermine relationship that I really want to talk about is keeping secrets. When you are keeping secret, trust cannot grow in such a relationship. The truth of the matter is, just like you said, every relationship starts with an atom of truth, with a certain level of trust. It's when you begin to grow together, do things together, that's when trust begins to grow. So you'll be building the trust one step after the other. "Oh, I'm coming to pick you up at 5 o'clock. At 4:59, you are right there. Oh, I'm coming to pick you up at 6 o'clock. Oh, I'm in the traffic. I'm running late. I'm going to be late." And then you pass on the information and say, "Oh, I'm running late." You are building trust with that person. So when a person starts keeping secret, and this is big, this one is very big, what I want to talk about, especially in this 21st century, where you have all the social platforms and all the devices at your disposal. If your partner, him or her, cannot have access to your cell phone, that person cannot be trusted. I cannot trust you if I don't have access to your phone. I can't. The reason is because now your cell phones these days has become the bank, bank, the bank where people deposit all aspects of their life. We have people who have password protected their phones. Not only password protected, they face protection it also.
And thumb
protection. Protect it with everything they can. If you're in a relationship and your spouse has to have 3-layer authentication to enter into his phone, I want you to have a conversation with that person if that person is being honest. Because trust means you are being honest. And I have seen relationship where the person protected. In fact, I'm going to share this experience. We used to have somebody that we're close with. And anytime this person comes close to us, travels to visit us, whenever this person wants to pick up his call, he will run out because he doesn't want us to hear the conversation. If whenever this person wants to talk, he will run out. He doesn't want us to hear the conversation. So one day, I'm being honest and I'm being serious. Ladies, don't be carried away and say love is blind. There's no blind love anymore these days. Open your eye. Shine your face. Shine your face very well. Even if the person is lavishing money on you, giving you money for high-end stuff, look, if you can't have access, and I'm not saying you should be snooping around to pick up that person's phone because you want to check what is on the inside. I'm just saying watch out for characteristics like this. When somebody has a trait like this, you cannot trust that person. Eventually what happened was, you now visited the hotel of the person, remember? Mm-hmm. And when you got there, what did you find?
It's not for here. It's not for here. Trust is very deep, people.
No, we're talking about what undermines
Secret.
the little things
Secret.
that you need to be watchful.
Secret.
Some people, their laptop is their pillow. They put their laptop as their pillow because they don't want somebody else to see what is. When you are in a relationship, oh my gosh, I don't want to even go there, but I need to go there because I need to talk about it. When you have a partner in a relationship and their laptop, you can't have access to it. No. They are hiding their emails. No. That is out of band. You can't touch it. And what are you looking for? No. It tells me that there is something that person is hiding. And that will undermine trust in that relationship. I cannot trust you. I will be suspicious of you if a phone is ringing and you have to quickly shove it into your pocket. No. Because you don't want me to see who is calling you. Right there is a sign that I cannot trust you. Trust will be undermined. That is just the periphery of it. Now we have people who will open several Facebook accounts with different names and be perpetuating all kind of lies and giving out false information. Some are married, they go there and say they are not married and all of those things. Look, we're in a society where you have to shine your eyes. You can't be blindfolded. You can't allow your heart to be crushed because trust is a matter of the heart. You have a lot of people, either male or female, whose heart has been dashed into pieces because they trusted their partner and they find out that their partner was 100% liar. Another area where you have to also begin to ask questions is, if your spouse or your partner cannot tell you where he will be or where she will be at a certain point in time, know for sure that something is fishy. Something is fishy. So what do you need to do? Watch out. These are the things that undermine trust. If in a marriage relationship, if somebody is always about their own interest, not about the team, like my husband rightly said, marriage and trust is a teamwork. If this person is constantly looking after their own self, not the good of the marriage, not the good of the team, you cannot trust that person. That will undermine the trust, the growth of trust in that relationship. Please, I want you to share this broadcast. I want you to share it. Share it on your Facebook page. Share it on YouTube. And send us your question. Send us your question. Now, I want to ask you another dimension to trust. Some people have difficulty in trusting their partner. Can you talk about that? What caused it?
Yeah, there are several things that could cause it.
Yes.
But one of the most important things that will cause it is about their past.
Yes.
Yeah, that is why you don't carry your past into your new relationship.
Deal with it.
you have to deal with it.
Yes.
And depend on what really happened in the past. Because in the past you have trusted, you have given everything you have.
Yeah.
And you were burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Now sometimes it becomes so difficult.
Yes.
Even though you love this person as a man, or you love this person as a woman, but each time your memory travels back to what happened.
Yes.
That is why you have to have a clean slate before you enter into the new relationship. You have to be determined that what before me before will not happen again. Mm-hmm. Now you have to trace your step by what caused what happened in the past. I have to prevent it. Open up. See, because you open up in the past and it didn't work, does not mean if you open up now, it will not work.
Absolutely. You are so right.
Because this new individual is different from the past individual.
Yes.
And you as a person, you are not the person of the past because you have learned from the past. So when you learn from the past, you can be progressive. But if you don't learn from the past, there will be progression.
There can be a repeat.
Yeah. So you want to, as much as possible, to forget the past and build a new life to trust your partner.
And the reason why I was saying this was there was a time a couple of years ago I was in a program and I was ministering, and I was ministering to this lady, and that word of knowledge came that she's struggling with trust. And as I was ministering to her, her husband was standing by her side. And her husband would just keep saying, yes, ma, tell her. Because this woman is suspicious of everything. If I say I'm going to the grocery store and I didn't get to the grocery and I didn't bring grocery home, she's going to start talking and say maybe I'm cheating on her, And I was ministering to her. You have to let go of your past. This is a new relationship. And one other thing that make people also to have difficulty in trusting people is their upbringing. Especially nowadays, there's so many data that is available to us. The data shows us that 45% of kids or people who grow up in a relationship that is bad, where they see their parent go through divorce, for example, where they see one of the parents suddenly pack their load and left, they have problem in trusting people. Because the foundation of a marriage, the foundation of that child in that relationship is those two people, those two figures, the father and the mother. So when they grow up and they find out that they were let down, they grow up not having the ability to trust anybody. So if you have a situation like that where your marriage is facing trouble because you are having trouble trusting your partner, you need help. You need help. Because if your partner is trusting you and you are not trusting your partner, something is not going to work. Like my husband says, it's going to be, the love relationship is going to have K leg in it. It will have a deformity. So if you have problem trusting people, you need to seek help. You need to seek help. So we did say one of the things that makes people not to be able to trust is because they have been burnt in the past or maybe their upbringing. Trust is very, very important for your relationship to grow, for your love relationship to grow, for intimacy to grow. You need to be able to open up. Open up. Don't be ashamed. Open up. Let the truth come out. Don't pretend, don't cover it up, because we know, we can see true that there's something eating you up on the inside. So pour it out. Sometimes pouring it out can be difficult and challenging because your partner may not receive it the way you are thinking it should be received, but deal with it. Deal with it.
And one of the reasons why you have to open up, one of them is that you find out that because you have something you are hiding within you, at night, once in a while you come up, you start thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You start thinking about it.
You're not free.
Yeah, and you can't sleep well.
You're not free either.
You can't sleep well.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at your partner within you, say, why am I doing this?
To her or to
Especially to those who are keeping Miss or Mr. outside of their marriage.
Yes.
You imagine, why am I doing? And this husband is so good to me. My wife is so good to me. He's opening up to me. He's not hiding anything from me. He's so transparent to me. But why am I doing this? That means you have a conscience. So when you have a conscience, you can start building trust. And look at it. If you are hiding any secret from your partner, that is why people fall into all diverse kind of sicknesses.
I've even seen people say, I'm going to put tracker on my partner's vehicle. So I want to track wherever the person is. Or there are apps now. There are apps that people download that shows each other where you are at any point in time. I don't know if those things works. Because even if you put a tracker in a person's car, if the person drops the car somewhere and jump into another car and go somewhere, what happens? You still don't know. Even if you have the app on each other's phone, I've seen people, my dear, I've heard stories. People have 3-4 phones. They have phones they keep in their closet. That's the one they use to do their dubious transaction. So even if you download an app that is tracking each other's activity, when lie and deceit and deception is at the core of it, there are many, many ways that people can keep on deceiving one another. Many, many ways. Many, many ways. So for us to be able to build trust, I don't know where your relationship is now. Maybe maybe it's not balanced. Maybe there's ups and downs. Maybe you are doubting. Maybe you are suspicious of your partner. How can we build trust? I'm going to start and then you're going to continue. Number one thing is to have an open and honest conversation. Don't go about tracking. Because let me tell you, this is what's going to happen. When you track somebody or you snoop into somebody's phone or you break break somebody's laptop and you discover something and you find something in it and you bring it to their attention, the first question they're going to ask you is, why are you in my phone in the first place?
Because you don't trust me.
Because you don't trust me. So I've seen it situation where the woman said, I know you were reaching out to other ladies in another country. I know. And then the question now becomes, oh, why are you snooping in my phone? You are the one that is causing it. And then the whole story get turned around on the person that is actually at fault. So sometimes
a boomerang.
Boomerang, thank you. A boomerang. So don't do those things. Come out clean. Tell the person, let's have a conversation. I notice that whenever your phone is ringing, you are constantly running outside to go take the phone call. I notice you have 6-7 password protection over your phone. What is going on? Can we exchange phone for one day? Or maybe for 1 hour? Can you have my phone and I have your phone for 1 hour? And let's see the kind of conversation that's going to be coming in. You get what I'm saying? Have a honest conversation. Discuss with this person. And if this person is really, really sincere that he or she wants the relationship to work, it will be an opportunity to come out clean. It is true. I'm having a conversation with somebody. It is true. Help me to walk through this problem or something like that. So having a honest conversation. Don't die in suspicious. Don't die trying to pretend that you are not noticing. You are noticing that your husband is waking up 2 a.m. to go to the man cave with laptop. I've heard stories like that where the man, this one was even a pastor. We run out at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. The man was watching pornography downstairs in the man cave. Have a honest conversation. Honey, why is it that whenever we are sleeping, when it's 2 o'clock, I don't see you again? What is going on? Where are you? What is happening? Yeah. And prayerfully, hopefully, the person will come out clean. What other things can we do to build trust in relationship?
Is the It is very important to know that you have to trust yourself first
Trust yourself. Okay.
to be able to trust anybody.
All right. Because we project who we are also
Yes.
onto somebody else. That's true too.
Yeah. And if you are not trustworthy, if the other partner is trustworthy, it is very, very easy to know. And because we are couples, we trust ourselves, we have the same belief, all right? The same objective, okay? What is fun? Because you have something you are hiding. That is why your husband, your wife don't know your password. There are some people that the nature of their job, because I want us to be balanced, that you can't even let your wife know the nature of your job because of who you are.
Those are the 1%. Half a percent of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, when you know, don't let me go that. Let me go that route. Let me back up from that route. The question is,
how can we build trust?
how can we build trust?
Yes.
Yeah. We have to build trust by relying on one another.
Also, one of the ways we can build trust, one of the ways we can grow trust, when you say you want to do something, please do it. Let what you are communicating to your spouse, let it be the real authentic communication. Don't say, I'm going to do this today and you don't do it. I'm going to buy you this today and you don't buy it. I'm going to go somewhere today. When your word cannot hold water, you cannot be trusted. So in little things, show that you care. Show that you are a man of your word or you are a woman of your word. Oh, I'm going to give you diamond for your birthday. Please work hard to get the diamond. And if you cannot get the diamond, please let the person know I cannot get it. Because it is this little disappointment here and there that causes trust to be weakened. Be a man of your word. You want your wife to trust you. You want your husband to trust you. Be a person of your word. Your integrity is at stake. When you say you are going to A, please let it be A. If you have by any chance that you have to go to B and C, make sure you communicate back to that person. I'm going to be a B and C because this person is precious to you. This person is your better half. This person is your lover. You got to respect this person and you got to be honest with integrity. Be a person of your own word. Follow through when you say you want to do something. Follow it through to the end. Don't do it halfway and hands off. That's why trust means is one of the attributes of trust is strength. You are able to follow through, carry through on whatsoever you have promised. How to build trust? Invite your partner to your conversation. Ask your partner, what do you think about this? And listen. Not judgmental, listen. Oh, I've had people say he thinks I'm a dumb. He doesn't care or listen to whatever I say. That is not a good relationship. That's not where trust will fester. Respect each other's opinions and matter.
That is to carry your partner along.
Yes.
In everything you are doing.
Yes.
Carry your partner along. But there are cases where you do surprise.
Okay.
And some spouses or some partners don't like surprise. Some partner will say, why did you do this without letting me know? Some people take it as if you are not doing what is right.
By giving you surprise?
They're giving you surprise.
No, surprise sometimes is, I don't understand what you're
For example, your husband is buying you a car.
Okay.
And although he cannot afford that car that you really wanted, but he wants to show his appreciation for your love. towards him and for his love towards
I
you.
will trust that man. No, me, I will not say I will not trust. If a man thinks about
Then
so
he buys
if you
the
go now
car.
to buy me a car, now will I not trust you?
And he buys,
Oh my God,
no, my
I'll be
case is
happy.
different. Then he buys the car that you don't want. I said, what am I doing with this?
So you don't trust that person anymore?
No, then, it happens. We have seen it in real life. Because just say it as it is. Right? Let's talk about it. Make it real. So you have to appreciate one another.
Yeah.
Appreciate one another. Whatever the man is able to do, the ability that he has, trust it. Trust it. And when you trust it, it will help him to do more for you.
Yeah.
You must be able to rely on him. That's why I say trust is reliability.
Yes.
What he had, what she had, is what she's able to do. We cannot compare two families together. What you consider trust in here might not be what this one considers as trust. One, depending on how they project things. Trust is very deep. But when you trust a person for life, you will have a good home. You will build a good home. You will build a good relationship. Because there are people that are in relationship for many years and there is no trust.
But that kind of relationship will fall at the end of the day.
It's not healthy.
It will still fall at the
Even
end.
they live to many years together. But within themselves, they know they don't trust one another.
So in line with what you just said, something just came out to me. So for example, let's talk about finance. Some people say, I don't trust my partner with my finance because my partner is not good with money. This is also where conversation needs to happen. You know each other's strength. My partner doesn't handle money well. You have the conversation. And you are humble enough to admit that I'm not good with money management. So who has the strength to manage the finance better? Because this is going to impact both of you down the road. So we relinquish or we seek the help of the other partner that has the ability to manage the finances of the home well. So that's an example. So trust is also you are able to come out with your weakness. I trust you that if I communicate this to you, you're not going to go out and post it on Instagram. You're not going to go and post it on social media. This is one of the areas I'm struggling with. I need your help as a partner. So let your spouse be able to confide their fears in you. That's where vulnerability comes in. Openness. You don't judge them by it. You don't rub it in their faces. You don't say, oh, that is how you do. That is why that. No. If somebody loves you enough to be able to share their weaknesses with you, it's a privilege. And a weakness share can be turned into a strength. So you don't begin to rub it in their faces or use it as a tool to broadcast to everybody. No. You keep your relationship so that your trust can grow. Because if I share my pertinent information with you and I begin to hear it everywhere, I will not share it with you again because I don't trust you.
That is why when we began this program today, I was telling you about coming into a marriage and the individual decide not to say one or two things. When they enter into the relationship and they start, after honeymoon, is able to say this because of the past that he might think or she might think when I say this, it's going to be a big problem. And once a man or a woman come together as husband and wife, and he tells you or she tells you something that is deep about his or her life, because there's no marriage that we strive without having misunderstanding. It's like the teeth and the tongue. Now, when the teeth actually bite the tongue once in a while, then it's when you say, okay, but this is what you always do. That's what happened to you in your past relationship. Mm-hmm. That is that. Oh, no. That is why sometimes people withdrew and don't say something. Yes. But not opening up affects you too.
Yeah, it's equally bad. Yeah.
It breaks you down. It makes you sick.
Yeah.
It makes your bone rotten after a while.
Yeah.
So, as couples, you must trust yourself enough to have the backing of your partner by holding their secret as a bank holding the trinket or the gold that a person store in the bank.
Absolutely. Yes.
So it is very, very important for us to trust one another, to be able to keep my secret and I be able to keep your secret. In our home, we trust. That is why I take care of the account of the family. Amen. And my wife knows. Even my children knows. I don't keep anything. I don't hide anything. Why? Because we build a family under trust, to trust one another. And when you trust one another, you are vulnerable. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very, very important. In every area, you have to trust. Not that you trust me in one area and you don't trust me in another area. Why don't you trust me in another area? Let's talk about it. Then, okay, because of your weaknesses. Okay, my weaknesses, you have to find a way to strengthen my weaknesses.
Absolutely.
So that out of that weaknesses, you share it. Then your own strength, I share it. Then we work together and everything becomes fine and beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, excellent. Do we have any question out there? All right. Finally, because of our time, trust means you are cherishing each other. Communicate your love to your wife. Communicate your trust to your wife. Let's be able to count on each other. I can count on you. You can count on me. Remember, marriage is a lifelong business by the grace of God. We are not hoping that it's going to be 2 years, 5 years. So down the road, as you are building memories, as you are building your life together as a couple, you will have things to fall on in the future. So trust is very, very important. Trust is of the heart. Don't betray each other. Don't keep letting your spouse down. Don't hold secrets and don't lie. These things will destroy your relationship. It will destroy your relationship. I hope today we've been able to share light on trust in marriage relationship. It is my prayers that your marriage will stand. Marriage is beautiful. It's God's own plan. The Bible says two is better than one, because when one falls, the other will lift him up. And he also says two cannot work together except they've been agreed. So trust. If trust is not there today, have that conversation. Start little. I'm coming at 5. Make sure you get there at 5. And if you are not able to get there, communicate that you will not be able to. And as your relationship, as your trust is growing, love will be growing stronger. One other thing I want to quickly say is, don't always have it at the back of your mind that if things is not going on right now, the next thing is to divorce. No. Seek help. Seek help in the right places. Pray over your marriage. Have time to laugh. Have time to love. Have time to share, and have time to build your marriage together. Thank you, my dear, for coming today, for sharing trust. I want to let you know that truly I've trusted you over the years and you have not let me down. So thank you for always being a man of your word, even though sometimes it's challenging and difficult. We take it like that. So thank you, viewers. Please share this broadcast. God bless you until we meet again. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your marriage.
Amen.
Love you. Bye.